Hey there, folks. Karshel here. Welcome back. We are going to jump into another episode of our Nobodies run. Now, I'd like to apologize in advance if the sound quality is a little bit dodgy. We have had some cold temperatures move in, and I actually have a wood stove with a blower running. And I'm going to do my best to try to filter out the background noise from that. But it could be a little bit of an issue, so again, you do have my apologies. But winter is coming, as the saying goes. Hey there, folks. Karshel here. If you remember on our last run, we were in the process of trying to get our exterior defenses set up on our base. And in general, just get things set up there. I had ran Thok into town because we did not have enough metal plates for our iron refiner. And unfortunately, when I got down here, I found out that the vendor has not reset. Now, there had been a recent patch that went in. I don't know if something about that patch changed the rules for vendor resets, but I had been used to having that happen every night while the vendor was sleeping and that kind of thing. That may have gone out the window. So I'm going to leave Thok here in town and hopefully see whether or not things do reset. Jumping to the field crew because they have issues. CP is over here all by his lonesome. And there is flashing going on. Okay. We've got a runner coming in. Now, is it just the one? It looks like one, and it's very likely that he will be handled in very short order. Now, are you two on hold? You are not on hold, so you might very well jump in and give him a hand. Okay. I can be up here. Okay, well, there's two of them, so you guys go over here. Come off sneak. There we go. Figure I might as well not worry about Thok because he's in town and nothing really particular is going on down there, and I'll see the flash anyway. So we'll get these taken care of. I really need to get that iron processor up and running. Okay, now I will jump back down here. What do we got? Who's bothering Flick? I don't see anybody bothering Flick. Okay, well, come up here and sell your stuff. Oh, this could be the crew that's going to come get her. Now, what is her stats? Took me a moment to remember how to do that. It's been so long since I've been in game. Melee attack's fairly good. Her defense absolutely sucks. So, I think, just to watch her back, we're going to have Thok come out with her. Okay. And yeah, I know the field crew's busy. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, guards. Okay. Continue up here to the store. Boy, Flick is really a slow runner. Obviously, I need to spend more time with her out in the wilds. And I I don't think you have anything. Nope, you don't. Flick. Thank you. Now, it stopped flashing on the field crew, so I'm assuming that they have dealt with what needed to be dealt with. Get myself a little bit more cash. Yeah, cash is definitely not an issue at this point, and I'm quite pleased about that. And no leather. That could really throw a crimp in my plans if they have changed the way the vendors restock. If that has occurred, then at least I have outfitted myself very well. Okay, I was checking to see repair kits. He's got plenty. Before they did that. But we're going to hang out here overnight and see if the vendor actually does respawn or reset. I sure hope it does. If each vendor is going to get to the point where they have limited stock levels and take a longer time to reset, that is going to take a considerable amount of time to adjust to and find other options. Okay. Dude, you people are idiots, but I guess I'm glad that you're here. While I was screwing around, okay, I've got to look at that. There's an awful lot of people here. Do we have a raid or something going on? Faction menu, upcoming events, none. Okay. Anyway, while they're resolving this, I didn't talk about these buildings and why they're placed as they are and that kind of thing when I put them in. It was one of those things that I did while I was offline. There is a reasoning behind that, not just for their... Okay, Victor's fighting there. You guys aren't fighting anyone. Go over and jump on this crossbow, please. For their placement and orientation. Now, along the top of these buildings, you can easily set up turrets. With the placement that these have, or that this one has and the second one has, they will have a great line of fire at the gates. And because they're up higher, they will be harder for someone else to get to. This particular building exits right out where someone can come right up the wall. So there's also going to be turrets along here and along here. And you can barely see them, but right through here are also places for turrets. All of these require iron plates, which is one of the reasons I need the iron processor. But can't do that quite yet. Now, is that a trade caravan in general, or is that a livestock caravan? Looks like a regular trade caravan. Who's getting stuck on my walls? That's hilarious. Okay. Victor just keeps working. Okay, drop him, Vic. Thank you. Now you'll keep working. Okay, now you two are on here. Hobbs is down, Oren is down. That's no good. I should have taken this a little bit more seriously, rather than been so cavalier about it. Okay, CP. You're bandaging him. Good. So make sure everybody, excuse me, gets bandaged up. Oren is bandaged up. Good. X-Dust Bandit, pick up Oren, please. And drop her in a bed. And CP is getting fully bandaged up. Settles for once. Did what he was supposed to and didn't move. CP, get back here, please. Pick up Hobbs. Thank you. Now, come put him back in the bed. Now, back to scanning everybody. Rucka is okay. Victor is okay. Jared is okay. Hobbs will be okay. Thok is still in town. Okay. Everybody will recover just fine. Now, back to the buildings things. Again, with this building, still got folks wandering around in here. It will have a great broadside shot at the gate. Now, I had thought about switching it so that the exit was coming over in this direction so that there would be a fast exit to this wall, but I decided not to worry about it. And over in this area, or over in this area, I'm going to start putting the headstones up if that add-on ever comes back online. Because I kind of like the option of having that. Okay, what do we got for time? 11 o'clock in the morning. I probably should kick the time up a little bit. Whoops. Are you guys going to try to jump me again? Yes, you are, idiots. Oh, and Hobbs got up. Okay. Is that dude going to last very long? Probably not. Yeah, there are some definite advantages to having gone through our whole travel log down through the swamp and dealing with the spiders and everything else down there. It made these groups and attacks seem completely trivial. And I like that. Now, Jared, don't go away yet. I have use for you. Just to make them folks a little bit easier if they do come conscious again. We're going to have to build an incinerator to dispose of these bodies, though, because this is getting a little bit ridiculous. Just a little bit. In another aspect, it is a good and ready supply of cash, that's for sure. If nothing else, just running to town and selling all these. Now, do I have anybody that has, like, no armor to speak of? I think, for the most part, everybody up here should have at least a basic level of equipment by this time. Gonna have to make a run with either one or two people to get a leg for settles. Okay. Now, is everybody going back to work now? Yes, they are. I am good with that. So, jump back down here. And Thok could not do anything because there were no additional supplies at the vendor. Now, it's afternoon. Let's see if something has showed up. I hope that it has. But I must be honest, I'm not overly hopeful about that. Still has not sold anything that I brought. And no new supplies. Okie dokie then. That could be a problem. Now, Thok has base level gear. We've got the money. Let's buy some armor for this guy so that he doesn't continue to get beaten quite so badly. I do wish that here in Squin we had a robotics dealer. That would make life so much easier. I just have not started on all of the more complex armors yet. I do have a lot of them learned. And this is going to kill his speed. But he deserves to have some better gear because, well, just because. Whoops, okay. Yeah, it helps me stick it in the right slot, doesn't it? No comments, please. Does not have very good armor this time out. I may have to look at starting to make that. Okay, so that just killed his run speed, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, it still says 18, which is better than I expected. Okay, can you move? You can move. Okay, cool. I'm not going to worry about buying a weapon for you. At the moment, that's not critical. I'm, again, with Thok, just kind of waiting until I guess it's going to be morning, so he's going to come hang out with the girls. And we will jump back to the field crew and see what we can do. No, close that puppy. Lock that puppy, even though I expect people to beat it down. And jump back to this group. Now, I do have that building which I can finish. And I have walls which I can still finish. I believe that I had Karshel working on doing that. Does he still have a little bit of space? No, because I filled it up with looting. So, trade with sand, please. Hopefully sand has room. He does. And those are copper plates, which I do not need at this time. Well, how rude. Thank you. Okay, that should take care of that. And now he should be able to pick up building materials. Excellent. Now I'm going to have him up here finishing the walls. Still got people wandering around outside of the walls, which is a good place for him. You know, and they are sheks, regular sheks. Not to be confused with Kral's Chosen, who I still have a bit of animosity toward. What do you mean you don't have any building? You idiot. I know I shouldn't talk about my own people that way, but sometimes they make bad choices, in my opinion. Okay. Now you do have building materials. Get up here. Are you coming? Get up here. I don't know if he's intentionally being obtuse or if I'm just having a really off moment this morning. Now, one of the things I definitely like about the update that they did is the autosave seems to be much faster than it used to be. I was having to go through and actually edit those out, and at this point, as fast as it's doing them, I'm not going to even worry about it. Going to kick the speed up a little bit while I'm doing this, and waiting for tomorrow morning, so to speak. Good job, Karshel. What's your engineering up to? 28. It's getting there. Melee and defense are looking pretty good. Strength, toughness, and dexterity are looking fairly decent. See, now when I look at those stats for my crew, even though in a way we've done a lot and have traveled a lot of miles, we're only Midland level in abilities. I think the stats without an add-on cap out at like 50, and I'm just hitting 30s. So, where are you going? Thank you. So I've got a lot to do, and I have to still worry about groups like Krall's Chosen and Berserkers and things like that. So, in a way, I've just scratched the surface of the game. I don't think there's anything I can do down in this area. Where are you continuing trying to run off to? Well, we'll find out after this one, because you won't have enough to build the next section. Now, worst case scenario, I can run over here and probably pick up more iron plates. I will look at doing that. I don't think that they have spare limbs, but I'm kind of hoping that they do. That would be a much closer trip than running back into the hive. Although with this base location, maybe that's not completely accurate. Okay, there's 6 there. Boom. Now, did you keep them? You did, okay. Come do this one. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't recall seeing this node of iron when I was initially setting up. I was concerned about just having that one. I wonder if the patch tweaked that again. If so, that's good to know, even though I don't have a back gate. Okay, I'm going to have to do this little bit section after that one. Now, they don't necessarily sell for a lot, but now that I actually have a stone mine up and running and a processor up and running, once I'm no longer actively building, I could also have a mule. Well, by saying that I was referring to a character, but I could actually get a bull or a garu with a pack, load it with all the building materials, and take them to town and sell them. So, still keeping the same active work going on, but instead of actually using the materials to fortify the base, just use them as a cash product. Something to keep in mind. Okay, good. Now go back and do your thing. And how many do they have? Still only 2. It feels like they should be producing much more than that. And I'm not sure why that's not the case. But I'm not going to stress about it all that much. Okay, Karshel. I don't get you. You're in such a hurry to run down here in the past. This time, you're just standing up there and could care less. People are strange. That's all there is to it. And nobody beat my door down. Well, that's surprising. And Ainutri is still cranking on the research. Has quite a bit to do yet. Okay. I wanted to make sure of that. Okay. Even though it is 9 o'clock at night, I am going to run down and check on the vendor and see if it has restocked. I don't expect that it has. Yeah, Thok is still a good runner, even with the armor. That's cool. Welcome back! Please tell me you have reset. You have reset! Thank you! Boy, and you've got next to nothing for the leather. That's not good. But you've got the iron plates. I'm not sure if that's enough for what I need. But we are going to buy them all anyway. That is a relief, though. Do I want to sell those? Well, they're really not worth all that much. I'll sell that one at shoddy grade. Okay, now I want you to run back and drop your leather down here. It sure is not going to be worth much. That's cloth, right? That's cloth. Still full. So that will be interesting to check on. Hello, little Shek. Okay, put that there. Good. She's going to run and do her thing. Thok, you are heading back to the hills. Oh, we got a random Shek in there, so I guess I won't. And looks like folks are relaxing. Thok, come back. We want to look at these guys closer. You are hivers. Hive Caravan Boss. Okay. CP is relaxing at the moment, so I'm not going to bother him. They look like they're in a hurry to go somewhere. Though I don't know where that might be. Okay. So he's not particularly a problem. Rucka. Victor. Jared. We can run Hobbs out here. Give him a chance to sell off that stuff that he's got. I am coming to browse, I assure you. Thank you. Show me. And might as well get rid of the shoes too. And you have iron plates. Yeah, of course. I probably should buy some food stuff, but I'm not going to. I am going to buy the iron plates because I'm going to use them. Oh, the irony. Okay. Arrange. Give me. Arrange. Give me. Okay. Buy those two. Don't have room for that in my pack? Oh, it takes 3. Okay. That's okay. I can deal with that. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, so Hobbs, get your butt over here and finish this. And as soon as he gets that done, I'm going to close out this episode because I'm looking at the time on it. And even with edits, it's going to run a little bit long. So, thank you for joining me. We are back up and running on our Kenshi build. We have the iron processor running, so pretty soon we are going to be turning out our own iron plates. And we can start building up all of our turrets and do additional upgrades as they come available, and I decided we will want them. But for now, okay, I'm kind of waiting for this to get done. Thank you for joining me. Feel free to comment, like, share, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and please comment. I would love to be able to interact a little bit more with you folks and answer any questions that you might have. Until next time, Karshel out.